Okay guys, now that you have clips in the timeline, you might be wondering what you can do with them. Well, first thing is, you might notice this is kind of small. This whole thing right here is 1 minute. You might want to zoom in just to make an edit easier. So you can zoom in either by dragging this part right here, or just clicking them. It makes it a lot bigger than So then this whole thing is 1 minute. You can tell how long it is by the time right on top. Sometimes you're gonna want to edit, like change the audio and not the video of a clip. So if you want to do that, just right click it, then click unlink, then it'll automatically separate them so you can move them freely without moving them both together. Then you can also undo whatever you do. So just go up here, hit undo, and it will, like a lot of different programs, just go back to the step before. Another thing you guys have to remember is that if you want to move one of these clips, you have to be careful where you click, because if you click down here where this yellow bar is, you might accidentally edit the volume or something. And if you click on where it says opacity, you're not gonna, it's gonna bring up other stuff that you don't want to even mess with. So in this case, you gotta click where the title of the clip is, so then you gotta drag that part like this. And then if you wanna, like, you don't usually want a gap like this in video, so in order to shift it, you gotta click it and drag it. And then, like, say you want to do both of these, you gotta hold shift on your keyboard, and then you can drag both of them at the same time, and then combine them next to this one. So now it's one long clip. You're also going to want to use this tool section right here. Most of the time, all I ever really use is the razor tool and the selection tool, which is just a regular mouse. But say you want to trim a clip or split it up, you can go with the razor tool and then just click where you want it, and then it automatically sends it to one clip. But then you gotta be careful, because you gotta change back to the selection tool. Otherwise, you would start clicking and cutting more clips than you want. So then you can also use the keyboard shortcuts, like it says selection tool V. So if I hit V on the keyboard, it'll just go automatically to it. Or you can just click it manually. So now you're back on the selection tool, and then you can, drag the other clips that you've made. You also might be wondering, can you work with more than one timeline? And the answer is, I usually don't do that, but you can. Just go to File, New. You can do a new project or new sequence, and that would make a whole new timeline that you could use.